Before I start the video, sorry for the delay. I said this is going to be posted on the 20th, but this is currently being recorded on the 22nd. Anyways, let's start with the video. Today, I'm racing 48 cars, all Hot Wheels branded, licensed versus fantasy. Here are the licensed cars. And the fantasy cars. The Decide Your Ride, you can't, pick your cars anymore if you want to be shouted out in this video, because I'm already recording it. We have 3 people that picked their cars, and for this tournament, you were able to pick 1 car from each team. Anyways, let's get started. By the way, the rules of the tournament are 3 cars from each team race against each other. The top 3 move on, going into round 2. Then the second round starts with however many made it into the top 3 of fantasy and licensed. Anyways, now let's start. The cars from the licensed team racing in the first race are Cool Combi, Chrysler Pacifica, and 77 Custom Dodge Van. And for Team Fantasy, it's Road Bandit, Cool One, and Cockney Cab 2. 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that move on to round 2 are the Dodge Van, Chrysler Pacifica, and Cool One, which means that Cockney Cab 2, Road Bandit, and Cool Combi are eliminated. The eliminated cars are going to be hanging out on top of the pillow that stops the cars, by the way. The cars racing in the second race for the licensed team are Pro Stock Camaro, Mazda RX-7, and BMW 2002. The cars racing in the fantasy team are the Governor, Twin Mill 3, and Electro Silhouette. 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that move on to round 2 are BMW 2002, Governor, and Electro Silhouette, which means that Mazda RX-7, Pro Stock Camaro, and Twin Mill 3 are eliminated. The cars racing in the third race for the licensed team are Mazda RX-3, Nissan 2000 GTR Skyline Liberty Walk, and the Dodge Charger. And for the fantasy team, it's Barbie Extra, Super Nat, and Aisle Driver. I forgot to say this, but 77 Dodge Van was picked by someone in the Decide Your Ride, and so was Super Nat. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that move on to round 2 are Barbie Extra, Super Nat, and the Skyline, which means that Aisle Driver, the Mazda, and the Charger are eliminated. The cars racing in the fourth race for the licensed team are the Pontiac GTO, which was a car that was also picked by someone, 70 Chevelle SS, Plymouth Barracuda, Brit Speed, Carbonator, and Max Steel. Oh wait, these guys are for the fantasy team. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that move on to round 2 are Brit Speed. I almost called this thing Blitz Speeder, or Blitz Speeder, I don't know. It's either pronounced Blitz Speeder or Blitz Speeder. I'm not sure. Carbonator and the Chevelle, which means that the GTO, Barracuda, and Max Steel are eliminated. The cars racing in the fifth race for the licensed team are the 20 GR Supra, Tesla Model Y, and Lucid Air. And for the fantasy team, it's Lightning Bug, Cosmic Coupe, and High Voltage, which is also a pick that somebody chose in the Decide to Ride. 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that move on to round 2 are High Voltage, Cosmic Coupe, and the Lucid Air, which means that the Tesla, Toyota, and Lightning Bug are eliminated. The cars racing in the 6th race for the licensed team are Mercedes-Benz A-Class, Volkswagen Beetle, and Land Rover Series 2. And for the fantasy team, it's Drone Duty, Cruise Bruiser, and Street Truck Lowrider. 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that move on to round 2 are Cruise Bruiser, Drone Duty, and the Mercedes A-Class. But the Land Rover, Beetle, and Glowrider are eliminated. So they're gone. The cars racing in the 7th race for the licensed team are the 55 Corvette, Skyline R30, and 69 Charger. And for the fantasy team, it's Skate Grom, Amazoom, and Trouble Decker. 3, 2, 1, go. The cars moving on to round 2 are all of the fantasy cars, which means that the licensed cars are out. Well, that was easy for the fantasy cars. I forgot to say Amazoom was a pick that someone chose. The cars racing in the 8th race for the licensed team are the Nissan 300ZX, which is a pick, Corvette C6, and the Escort RS2000. For the fantasy team, it's 5 Alarm, Quick Bite, and why did I forget this guy's name? It was Repo Duty. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that moved on to round 2 are Repo Duty, Corvette, and Escort. Well, 5 Alarm, the Nissan, and Quick Bite are eliminated. Time for the next round. I took a bit of a break, and when I mean a bit, I mean a few days, because I kind of forgot about this tournament, but, well, time to start round 2. There's 9 cars on the licensed team still. It's not a lot. With 1 pick still in for the licensed team. And for fantasy team, all 3 of the picks, those being Supernat, High Voltage, and Amazoom, still in. And there's 15 cars. Yeah, and that adds up to 24. So there's just half the cars left. So, anyways, let's get started. Racing for the fantasy team is Repo Duty, Drone Duty, and Cruise Bruiser. And for the licensed team, Mercedes A-Class, Chrysler Pacifica, and the Dodge Van. 3, 2, 1. Before I show the winners, just don't mind this. I don't have anywhere to put it. It's my trumpet case for music class. It's got trumpet in here. Anyways, time to say the winners. Ooh, voice crack. And the cars that move on to round 2 are the Dodge Van, Chrysler Pacifica, and Mercedes A-Class, which means that Cruise Bruiser, Repo Duty, and Drone Duty are eliminated. Time for the next race. The cars racing for the fantasy team are High Voltage, Supernat, and Barbie Extra, which is my pick to win. Yeah, I chose picks to win. Why did I do that? And for the licensed team, it's the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR Liberty Walk, BMW 2002, and the Ford Escort RS 2000. 3, 2, 1, go. The cars that move on to round 2 are all picks, and that's Barbie Extra and BMW 2002, my picks, and the car that got first place in this race, High Voltage, which was also a pick, which means that the RS 2000, Supernat, and the Skyline are eliminated. Supernat also being a pick, so yeah, that was interesting. The cars racing for the fantasy team are Amazoom, Cosmic Coupe, and the Governor, Amazoom being a pick. And for the licensed team, It's the C6 Corvette, Lucid Air, and Chevelle SS. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. After that intense race, the cars that move on to round 3 are the Corvette, the Cosmic Coupe, and Amazoom, which means that the Governor, Lucid Air, and Chevelle, out. This is a predicament. There's 6 fantasy cars left, and no more licensed cars to race against them for round 2. So we're going to have to do it the way, I guess. I don't know. They're going to have to race each other. Well, this is going to be a little awkward. Here are the remaining fantasy cars that didn't get to race. Carbinator, Brit Speed, Cool One, Electro Silhouette, Skate Grom, and Trouble Decker. So, let's race. Go. I saw that coming. And the final cars that move on to round 3 are Electro Silhouette. And yes, it said lane 2-1. But Electro Silhouette was actually like this far ahead of Brit Speed, even though Brit Speed triggered the finish line. And Skate Grom. Yeah, Brit Speed, the hot dog car. None of these guys were picks. Here are the eliminated cars. Yeah, Carbinator somehow, Trouble Decker, and Cool One, which makes sense. They're really skinny. Anyways, time for round 3. I'm actually not going to count my picks anymore because I picked some really quick cars that would be unfair. So, yeah, my picks don't count anymore. Anyways, and also I picked them at the start of round 2, yeah. But anyways, yeah, enough yapping. The cars that are still in, since there's only 12 left. Custom 77 Dodge Van, this is a pick. Chrysler Pacifica, Mercedes-Benz A-Class, BMW 2002, and C6 Corvette. And for the fantasy team, another pick, High Voltage. Then Barbie Extra, Cosmic Coupe, Amazoom, which is also a pick, Electro Silhouette, which is old and surprisingly fast, Brit Speed, and Skate Grom. To the person that picked Supernat and GTO, I guess, both your picks are out now. But to the person that picked the Dodge Van and Amazoom, you got some really good picks. The cars racing for the license team are the Dodge Van, Chrysler Pacifica, and Mercedes A-Class. And for the fantasy team, it's Brit Speed, Cosmic Coupe, and Skate Grom. 3, 2, 1, go! Another close one. Another close one. The first 3 cars to move on to the finals are the Custom 77 Dodge Van, Cosmic Coupe, and the Chrysler Pacifica, which means that Brit Speed, Mercedes A-Class, and Skate Grom are eliminated. Oops, I dropped the A-Class. Anyways, time for the next batch. It's not going to be very fair, though. 4 fantasy cars against 2 licensed cars. Here are the first cars to go on the new finals podium. The cars racing for the licensed team are the C6 Corvette and BMW 2002. And for the fantasy team, Amazoom, Barbie Extra, Electro Silhouette, and High Voltage. These cars with electric names are pretty fast. That's weird. 3, 2, 1, go. And the final cars that move on to the finals are High Voltage, Electro Silhouette, and the BMW 2002, making an even 3v3 for the finals. But Barbie Extra, Corvette C6, and Amazoom are eliminated. This is going to be intense. The cars that were picked and are still in the finals are the Dodge Van and High Voltage, the fastest of the bunch. These two both got first place in the semifinals races, so let's see if they're able to do it. Oregon, an underdog. Electro Silhouette, a car I never raced but never knew it was that fast. Can it beat some of these other guys and make it into the top 3 at least? Or will Cosmic Coupe go, I don't know, cosmic and beat Electro Silhouette? Well, let's see by racing these things. The cars racing for the fantasy team are Cosmic Coupe, High Voltage, and Electro Silhouette. And for the licensed team, it's the BMW 2002, Custom 77 Dodge Van, and the Chrysler Pacifica. Well, this is this guy's second final. This is his second time being a finalist in a large tournament. Let's see if he still gets, third or second or whatever place he got. Because I know he's not going to lose to that GLE because that one wasn't even in this tournament since it's a Matchbox. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, go! And in 6th place is Cosmic Coupe. 5th, BMW 2002. 4th, Electro Silhouette. 3rd, Chrysler Pacifica. And 2nd place is the Custom 77 Dodge Van, which means that High Voltage wins for the fantasy team, giving More Volume, the person who picked this car, a shout out. Congratulations to High Voltage, the fantasy team, and More Volume for winning, since More Volume picked this car. And this guy was in the fantasy team, which means he gave his team the win, even though the other guys didn't do very well in the finals. That is crazy. Here is the winner. And time for the shout out. Anyways. Yeah, this is cool. I kind of expected this. But I mean, he's going up against the Dodge Van, the Pacifica, BMW, literally a Cosmic Coupe. These things are really fast. But still, winner, High Voltage. I got this thing 2 months ago now. It's pretty new still, so that's really cool. Thank you for watching the 48 car Licensed versus Fantasy Hot Wheels Tournament. Goodbye.